All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round one of the Quarantine Cup. Joined here by iPad.
Hello. Thanks for the intro there, Caution. As we go through the map demos here, we're just waiting for the South American team to fulfill their roster at the moment. I think we're waiting for one more player, and we shall be going live. Regardless,
Looks
though,
like he
we've
might
had
have
it.
joined.
Has he? Let me have a look. I also need to get on Adam's Twitch to make sure that we're live. Okay. So, round one, Haunted Forest. Caution. Give me
Yes.
a bit of background. Why was this map included in the Swiss stages and not in the group stages in the bracket?
We had some concerns about this map being played in the later stages of the tournament. Map's can be a bit wild, only a 4-map campaign, and map 3 has 2 tanks, with finale just being a infinite horde run until you get to the very end. So
assume
just
I
thought we'd
suppose
chuck it in early, get it out of the way. I think
get
it's
it.
still an okay map. Should be interesting to watch, but
It has been good for the matches that I've rolled out. We've had some games that have
yeah, for the matches that have rolled out, yeah.
have rolled out. It's been a bit of an up and down start to the tournament so far, but it will only get better from here, I'd imagine. But from the teams that have played, I know earlier, a couple hours ago, Sue's team played. Lost in Source versus Duplex, and that was a good game. We had a good back and forth between teams. It was a bit of dominance, I suppose, by the EU team, but nevertheless, the map was played out pretty well. So
It's
I
kind of what
suppose
we expect from Sue's team, though, being one of the better teams in the tournament. Like, fairly easy game against the team that they played, but
and for those of you, as well as who are watching Adam's stream, or was watching this live, this amazing graphics, this map
oh no.
run through is brought to you by Caution's high level skills in visuals. So for those of you thinking that it was Vanille who gave us a bit of I mean, Vanille's great, don't get me wrong. The amount of effort she's put into the production and all the casting HUDs and everything, the logos, broadcasting with this tournament, goes without saying. She's one of our most favorite, loved, and one of our best graphics people out there. But Caution's contributed to the Haunted Forest map run through by just giving us a bit of a sneak peek of the highlights of the map. So be going live any moment soon now, waiting for, we've got all
Yeah, maybe we
teams
should do a
actually.
roster rundown really quick before these guys are ready up. Do you want to
All right.
do the
I'll
SA
do the
team and
South
I'll do the
American
NA team?
team. Yep, the home team. Dev4st, I suppose, is if that's how you
Yeah,
pronounce the team. They've got team captain Jaden.
that's what we're saying.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. So, team captain Jaden's in there with Pity. I suppose JZN is Chris, I believe, and Pepe. I'm not too sure who Pepe is, but could it be either Batty or could be either Sharuk? But I'll let you do the American boys.
Yeah, the NA team, 5 non-Blakes, none other than Rails, famous L4D2 caster, and his team. I think it's kind of a more old school team, I believe, which consists of Dolomite, Alexi 21, and K3.
Awesome. Think we are 2 ready ups from going live into the survivor round of team 5 non-Blakes. 5 and it's going to be interesting because their ping it's playable. 140 to 190 is what I'm seeing, and I suppose
this is the NA server, so after this home and away game, we'll be moving on to the NA server.
so if I'm the American team on this away server, I'm not too stressed at this point. It's I suppose from a bit of experience from our team, I suppose Caution some ping is playable and some isn't, and this is definitely one of the latency levels where it's easy to shut down a bit of SI as long as your team's got a bit of coordination. From a bit of background check, I believe Team SA, what is their name again? Dev4st, I suppose, is a heavy Left 1 team. I'm not too sure if you know Caution a bit from your Left 1 days, if you know about them or anything, but
I'm
From
not
what
too
I've been
familiar with
told.
the SA teams or players.
What I've been told from the SA god Ozzy is that these guys play quite a bit of Left 4 Dead 1, so it'll be interesting to see how they roll out into a competitive config or a format rather in Haunted Forest.
So basically, what you're saying is hunters aren't going to exist for the infected team here.
It's what
For
I'd
the
like
five
to see.
non-Blakes.
It's what I'd like to see. You know, Left 4 Dead 1 players are often naturally gods at getting hunters, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, one of the players is, I believe, rejoining.
Pepe.
Maybe Chris. Oh no, sorry, Pepe. Chris is still
So
in
yeah,
here.
still waiting for the SA team. Seems like one player is disconnected from the server.
Bit of a late start for this match. Apologies to all the viewers. I suppose there was a bit of an issue with getting into the server. You know, Unifix represent.
As long as we actually start, that's all we're looking for
That's
here.
all we're looking for. It's all we want in this tournament. We just want matches to be played out. We don't want 40 teams and just half the matches don't even play. So I'm just excited to get this thing going. Bit of a little surprise during the. Now we haven't had any teams utilize the war rooms yet, but I suppose this game we've received a bit of consent from Rails team 5 and B, that we'll be hopping into their the war rooms during. At this stage, it's just a survivor tank fights on infected rounds. Sorry, for rounds 1 and 2, but if things go well and smoothly, we'll be going into the war rooms during the survivor rounds too and hear what they have to say about this high latency.
It should be very interesting. Not too familiar with how Rails' team will play on this kind of ping. As you said, it's not really like unplayable ping, but still nonetheless, if you're not really used to this kind of ping, you can get quite wrecked, especially if you start eating boomers and etc. You know, it can be quite difficult to fight horde.
We're getting a bit of a. Oh,
Pepe's
never mind.
back.
He's in. He's in. His team members were saying he couldn't join, but he is in.
So surely going live any minute now. Oh Jesus! I need to voice enable 0. That was quite loud.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a few comments asking for voice enable 0 in Twitch. So see how it goes. One more ready up. Come on, Pity. Nah, you can just keep it off. It's fine.
One player ready to go live if you've still got the preview
fine.
on. So.
Yeah, just keep it off, Adam. I don't want to see too much shouting. It's just gonna be dominating if anything, rather.
Right, we only had one ready up. Now we have 2.
Going a few backward steps at the moment, but this tank fight, if we can roll into that, 41% caution. Now, I believe that percentage is that before the tunnel, just during the tunnel.
It should be before the main tunnel, and I'd say the survivors are gonna take this one back towards that white truck in this like first open area. Once you get out.
And a lot of teams actually do that, and I don't know, maybe. Oh,
we're going live.
Save that conversation for later. Going live. I'll let you call in the first hit while I activate my spec HUD.
First hit, Smoker's already pre-spawned actually, just
looking for a bit of a distraction.
Boomer's pre-spawned as well. We've got some pre-spawns happening. Smoker's going in. It's a early pull.
Rocket.
Charges later. That's a double charge with a jockey.
Jockey clearing not going on, but this Boomer's just gonna waddle in. He's already used his boom, so we won't be able to boom on anyone, getting bunted and killed by Nick at the end. But big double charge by Pity.
Pretty decent hit there, like first hit for.
He was Pity. Jaden.
Not sure what to expect from him, but
maybe
going pretty good so
far.
far.
The pre-spawns threw him off a little.
Yeah, they kind of just backed up into the safe room and then infected team capitalized.
Should have a 3-cap spit here with the Charger, Smoker, Hunter, and Spitter going into this hit. Now the Hunter has already pre-spawned. Smoker spawns. The Charger just misses Ellis. Smoker clear eventually lands. Spitter not managing to get any damage, and Smoker will die towards the end. So that was a pretty nice and neat take by Team 5-0 as they go through this choke, and I anticipate they're going to spawn the tank off that hit.
Looking at the percent, it's actually going to be pretty close. But I still kind of expect them to run back. Next hit spawned up. Boomer Charger, Hunter Jockey. Hunter's pre-spawned in the back actually. Maybe
Again.
looking to sneak up and get a wall kicker. Quite far back now. Tank has spawned up and it's in the hands of Kitty.
Jockey landing, charging. Ooh, nearly a double charge there, but the tank is going to throw a... He's pushed forward and climbed the tunnel to get a bit of a height advantage. This may allow the survivors to push into the tunnel here, and as I say, they do push into the tunnel. Maybe a bit of a misplay by the tank, allowing the survivors to push into the tunnel now. They've got a tank without a log, so it might be a little easier for Team 5-0.
Yeah, you really want to have a hittable in here. Like, this is quite open for survivors. It's hard to land SI, like, especially a boom. They've got a boom at the moment. They kind of need to sack that. Looks like it's looking for a spawn.
They spawned the Hunter again at the front, pre-spawning it. The Smoker, not too sure what they're going to achieve by putting their spawns at the front for this one, Caution, because I anticipate as the tank rolls in, they're just going to hold S backwards through the tunnel. So maybe that Smoker may be ineffective. This Boomer is struggling to find a spawn. So
yeah, this tank's already second.
Second pass, about to go AI.
30%. He's in.
Rolls in.
Smoker missed. There's a 3-boom coming out.
By the tank. That is huge, but the common are rolling in from the back. So
they're all behind. Double punch.
This actually might work out for the infected team. Nick going down, Hunter landing and Smoker landing. This might be a tank wipe.
This is looking like a wipe. That's a 2-cap. Last guy's hoarded. Oh, he gets the clear from the ground.
He gets cleared, but I imagine this tank does have... Oh, good clears by the survivor team. A rock going out, landing on Coach. Jockey rolling in from behind might get Coach. That, well, so it works. Tank still has 1700 health. Yeah, Coach. K3 dying off that hit, I suppose. Tank missing a few punches here, maybe sticking with the rocks here. Charger baiting out the survivor. Jockey baiting out the survivor, landing the Jockey. Tank wipe from a tank that looked like it wasn't going to wipe to start off with, but a big 3-boom landing. And the fact that the common all came from behind kind of...
That was...
that
was a fat boom. That 3-boom just got that tank wipe. That was...
Yeah, that was actually...
pretty insane. I didn't expect that to land, to be honest.
I don't think a boomer should be landing in there. I mean, maybe a 1-boom at best, but landing a triple boom when your team's already occupying the tunnels is a bit of a misplay maybe by survivors. They focused on the tank a little too much. I mean, that, like we saw, the Smoker missed the first tongue and the Hunter was pouncing around, but the fact that the boom just... I think the boom saved the tank, hands down.
Yeah, all the common came in from the front of that tunnel where the survivors were backing up into, and they just ran into a wall if they had nowhere to go. Yeah. Tank got a couple multis, I think, maybe 1 or 2 multi punches as well.
A little unfortunate for the for 5NB. I mean, the first hit was a bit of damage, but not too much for red ping. But they took the second hit pretty well, and unfortunately, tank third hit tank to finish them off. So.
Yeah, so now we're going to see what Dev4st are going to do on their survivor side and what 5 non-Blakes can do on their SI on this kind of ping.
I'd like to see a bit of coordination. With high ping, it's a little harder, but I'm always a fan of seeing SI coordination, like first hit for Dev4st. And as well as that, I'm looking forward to see some good shutdowns by this team, given the experience with Left 4 Dead 1. Now, this is a seed. I think this is seed 11 versus seed 30. I may be wrong as we go live. Nevertheless, I'm always down for a good home and away match.
Love a bit of home and away.
Charger spawning with the Smoker also landing the pool at the front, getting cleared eventually. The Boomer landed double boom, charge and Jockey land. 1 pound, nearly followed by a second. The Boomer drops in at the end, scratches on Ellis, followed by Stumble. So that's a pretty good hit. Pretty good hit.
A really good hit for that kind of ping.
Yeah, that's actually very well played. Boomer did die last, however, so they should have a 3-cap spitter. I'm not too sure if they get a charger or not, though.
They shouldn't.
Should be what, a smoker, hunter, jockey, and spitter.
Smoker. Well, they
Oh,
did
the
get
two get a charger. Okay. Jockey's pre-spawn making some noise.
Oh, they're going straight in. Here's the hunter.
Hunter's
Hunter's
gone
already
in.
Oh,
Side
nice
jockey trying to latch onto Ellis, doesn't land, and now a charger narrowly misses. Narrowly misses Ellis, so gets a
Let's get
punch
some
onto
slaps.
Rochelle. Some slaps in there, mate.
Yeah, that's kind of the hit you really expect, like out in the open, kind of like that. Don't really expect anything to land, especially with the SI team being on, 150 ping.
Right. Now the tank is about to spawn, and we will be moving our streamer Adam into the war room of 5NB. I have notified them of this. I hope they're aware of this, but nevertheless, let me just get that open.
Well, tank is up, so
I'll be moving Adam.
we have to 5 non-Blake's war room.
Okay. Let's let him work a little. Alright. Let's help him out. Let's help him out. Let's go. Let's go. We're clear. That's right. Nice. Nice charge. Get him down and get out, maybe?
Yeah.
Get your ass over here and help me. Use some help over here.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and he dropped. I'm recommitting.
Yeah, go.
I'm dead. Maybe I should have just thrown another rock.
Crash in a hand basket. Oh, I'm all good.
I believe.
He was waiting there, dude.
Reloading. I got hit by the burning goose shit.
So we're back.
They messed me up.
Sorry, it was a
Decent
little
tank there, good spread.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be happy if I'm the infected team with that damage, and it wasn't a tank wipe. I'm happy with the damage I've got here. They've got 3 out of the 4 survivors bleeding heavily, and you've got 1 survivor about half health. So it's good. Not too
Coming
sure
in
how
an
much.
open area.
Yeah, charger landing on coach. Spitter able to in-cap coach maybe. He gets an in-cap. The jockey clear a little slow there, but more damage rolling onto Team SA.
This is going to be Chris Black and White.
All right.
Gotta reload.
Not too sure how much talking was done in that channel there, Adam. It was a bit tricky dragging you across to that channel. I was trying to right-click you and move you into there, but there's like 38 teams, so trying to find that team was a bit difficult. But going
So
into
next
the
hit
next
up,
hit in the
Smoker's
choke.
already pre-spawned.
A hunter's around.
There's a hunter. Hunter's looking for a DP. Here he comes. And there's a skeet. Nice skeet. Charger whiffs. Boomer's spawned way in the back. Just the smoker left.
Smoker left. Not too bad at the moment. What are they looking at? A bonus at 152 points and a map distance or map distance of 500 points. So even if they make it to the site with maybe they can chip away the bonus to 0 in the next couple of hits, they're not looking at a big of a deficit. Maybe 250 points, and I'd be happy with that on the away game.
I think that tank did very well to spread the damage and just get rid of the bonus as much as possible.
They've got a 2-2 with a boom, spit, jockey, and hunter. The boom does get a long boom onto Ellis, and the jockey on coach,
Nice
nearly
kick
killing
there.
him. Nearly killing coach, and the spit manages to get a spit block to prevent any further distance and further bleed out the okay, I won't say Team SA. Don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but
Team
Dev4st. Team Dev4st. Now, Chris is only going to slow down the survivors, so I think at one point you don't want to.
We'll
He
try
might
to
be
look for a
left
death
behind.
card here.
Boomer lands a single boom on Chris.
Misses
This
for
might
him.
be the death of Chris. And it is
And
so.
Chris is
so- and he's dead. Got a hunter spawning
Respawn
in the back.
around the tree. With the hunter, Smoker's dead, and a
Good
skeet.
skeet by Pepe rolling out. Charger going for 2 punches on Rochelle.
Weapons over here.
And dropping their bonus by half in the last 2 hits. So 74 bonus. A bit of distance won't be coming through from Coach's death, but good effort. by the away team. I'm happy with this. If I was 5 and B.
Jockey pre-spawned up top.
There's a bit of separation with Rochelle at the bottom. They may be able to land a 2-cap up here. Rochelle does get in-capped below. And a 2-cap Jockey Smoker rolling in. The Jockey trying to get Nick. But Pepe does a good job to kite that infected round. Infected
Still
hit,
got
rather.
bit of here though for the delay.
Oh! Nick hung himself! That's not good. What happened there, mate?
What happened there, man?
What happened there? Oh dear, Nick is just chilling. I think Rochelle's dead here with the common maybe, but I was just about to bring that up, that survivors can ledge themselves at the top of this ladder. Charger rolls in, big down charge! Nick sent to his grave, oh my days. Good charge, mate. What was that? I missed that charger. Rails. Your boy Rails coming in clutch with a big charge. Deficit of 220 points. Not too bad going into round 2.
Yeah, as you said, I'd be happy with that. You know, like you're playing on the away server, still a tight game. Like, you know, Rails team could, you know, easily still come back and win this, even on the ping deficit.
So as we roll into round 2, we're looking at Team Dev4st on 454 points and our American squad
5 non-Blakes. 2-2-4.
Tank
51% tank. What do you think of this iPad?
I think that's the outdoor area, isn't it, with the big tree as you go around the corner. Just so I think that with this tank spawn, the tank can pass back to get the car. I'm pretty sure, but depending on how the Team Dev4st play, they may even push the tank back towards the safe room or the other side of the big cliff, just to avoid getting hit by that car. But it's an open area tank. You'd need a bit of SI coordination to really help out the tank here because it's an open area. It's going to be a little hard. Something new that I'm seeing here with this, not new, but something I haven't seen in a bit. Smoker is trying to get a pull early, or is that once they run past in that little trench?
Yeah, that little dip there, you can get a spawn.
They might try to wait.
The left wall.
Yeah, I think the play here is that the survivors run past that trench, and the Smoker will try to cause some separation by pulling someone back. The Hunter has free spawn on the front right. Oh, misses a.
He's in.
Hunt.
Oh, the
He
spits.
gets the spitter. Smoker does land on Rochelle at the back to get a few more damage. Rolling off to Rochelle. It is a good hit, nevertheless, by Team 5NB. Theoretically, it would have been a great hunt spit. Unfortunately, the Hunter landed 2 pounces too late, and the spitter had free spat. So, still a good hit though, and good innovation with the SI coordination in terms of positioning. Looks like these.
Looks like they're
guys are
setting up
clearing
to
out
go
the common.
early here. Chargers already set up. Hunters pre-spawn down below. They're going in.
Good ski by
Oh,
Pepe, who seems to be carrying a lot of the work at the moment. Nice 2-boom rolling out by Dole. Jockey just
Good
bouncing
jockey,
around, Rail just chilling. We'll end up sacking this spawn, but I think they wanted to get a better sack order. Now, I think the survivors took a little too long to push forward there, so it gave them a window of opportunity to send another. The only reasons why I think they sent a hit in. Didn't do too much damage.
so next hit coming up. Spit, Hunt, Smoker, and a Charger. So they have a decent
This
set
is a
here.
big
If they
hit.
can. They need to go before this survivor team gets out in the open though, and they're going in right now. Chargers look.
Big
Lands a
charge
charge,
from
2-cap at the
Rail.
front.
And a nice bit that should cover.
And Smoke at the back.
Good amount. I didn't even realize the Smoker. The Smoker getting good damage on Pepper at the back.
That was actually,
big.
a really good hit.
Rails landing these crucial charges with spit, so this is actually a good amount of pre-tank damage. Tank will spawn up in another 10%, so we'll see what the survivors opt to do in terms of whether fighting the tank forward or backwards. Both are fine in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they might just stay out here. I'm not sure how familiar with it they are with the map, so they might just
Another
opt to stay out here and not run back.
tank
It's like
spawning
Hunter's
soon.
pre-spawned.
I'd be sending this hit in
Here comes
as
a
they
hit.
do the boom. Walking in the Hunter, not being able to land on, eventually lands on Nick. Boomer gets a nice double boom. Rails again with the jockey, just chilling.
What you really want though, like they're landing their spawns on this kind of. They've done really good damage so far.
This is good damage. Now tank is in the hands of.
Alexi 21.
I'm gonna roll them. I'm gonna roll Adam back into that channel.
Time to a 5 non-Blake's war room.
You want to hit here? I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, pull that
Spawns
guy, pull
on
that guy.
me, yeah.
Close. They're getting pushy now. Careful, Alexi.
Your booty hole.
I think there's a log in here somewhere.
They're gonna
I thought it
push
was the
past
second
us
one.
now. Yeah. Alright, let's help him now if we can. Well done. One more on that guy.
He's low.
Where? Nice. Can you get a kill?
That's it. Oh, no, no. One more.
Nice.
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 Oh, this part!
He
Nice!
doesn't stop. He doesn't
He doesn't stop!
Reloading. Later, coach.
Thanks, I owe you one.
What a round, caution.
Weapons over here.
Yeah,
What
we're
a
back.
tank fight.
The tank looked like it was about to get, you know,
Weapons over
not
here.
have a very fun time, and then just brought it back with that one in cap and grinded out Pity, and then got that final in cap on Chris. That was a good tank for that open area.
narrowly missed. Yeah, I agree. That was actually pretty well played towards the latter half of that tank fight. The fact that he got a kill on Coach was already pretty big, followed by well, a skilled car onto Rochelle towards the end. Team Dev4st just sloppy play a bit towards the survivor round. They did get a little aggressive towards that tank fight as that boomer just misses, but they paid for a bit of the aggression. Jockey, Charger, and Hunter rolling in, trying to get a 3-cap here to finish him off. Charger lands, Jockey to finish off, just out of sync, unfortunately. But that Charger gets another in-cap on Jaden.
Is he gonna
pop away? Very. Oh! One more pound would have killed it. Another great charge. This team is landing their charges. Almost 5 slams, as Adam points out there, but nearly. That's a good chunk of health bonus. Lost there by Team Dev4st. So I think this round is fairly easy to say. It's quite sloppy from the home team.
Pre-spit just chucking it in. Hunter's
blocking it
spawn,
off.
maybe gonna try.
Nice smoke at the front, causing separation. That spit. That's actually good play. The Hunter might.
Ooh.
Ooh, skeeted by Pepe again. The skeet for this team at the moment, but that smoker gets good damage on Nick, Jaden, the team captain, taking their bonus down to 135 points for this map. Now that's not. I'm not happy if I'm the home team at the moment, especially after how that tank went out. But I do think that Team 5NB might be able to prevent him to get into the safe room. Boomer might be able to lead with a nice double boom. This should set up the SI quite easily. A spit charge rolling out. Charger in the hands of... Well, don't worry, it was in the hand of it. Landed anyway with a nice
Pepe
spit charge.
again.
Pepe gets another skeet. Another skeet. Well done. The left-footed one nature coming out quite easily. Or demonstrated quite well. Another in-cap on Chris. Now he's black and white, is he not?
Yeah, Chris is black and white.
I need to
Not
find
dead yet.
They should be to make full distance, I'd say, unless we get. Oh, they do have a quad here for the last hit. So.
This is exactly what I want if I'm the away team. Separation again from Nick. The Hunter rolling in. Smoker just misses. Charger rolling in. Gets a last charge on Nick. But, oh, and the Hunter. Oh, that was so close. Jaden in cap. Another maybe 5 pounds there, but that was a very, very close quad. It looked like it wasn't going to land at first and when the survivors backpedaled, but Hunter getting good coverage.
Well, get up, get up.
Hunter
Yeah,
getting
now
good
they have
coverage
another
on the, yeah. They should be getting a 2-2 here with the Hunter spitter, sorry, Boomer spitter jockey in the hands of Rails again. Every time I see a jockey, it's in the hands of Rails. Boomer missing, not effectively landing anything. Spit might be trying to get a spit block to prevent the survivors from getting into the safe room area, but Jockey Hunter might be able to do enough. That Hunter's getting into the safe room. Oh, getting into the safe room.
Slaps.
Sneaky.
Oh, no, here he comes.
Oh no, he's giving away his position.
If I go, you guys
Should be able to make the safe room from here. Let's see if Pepe can get the final skeet. Charger actually, given they took a little too long to move into the safe room there with one Hunter distracted, and Charger got a few punches. The Hunter gets a few scratches, getting a ning cap on old mate Pepe, who rolls most of the skeets for this team, making it into the safe room.
0 bonus.
0.
I really screwed the boots back there.
Obviously, if you're a home team, you're not too happy with that. I think that 5 non-Blakes can definitely make a comeback on this map. As long as they don't take too much damage before they get outside.
Yeah,
I'd
for sure. For sure. We were a little not concerned, but I was uncertain of how 5NB would be playing on ping. But they've proved otherwise, to be honest. They proved to have good coordination. Although there's been a bit of sloppy play by Team Dev4st on their survivor round. That being said, the American teams put their foot down and then getting some good hits, and especially most of their charges have been landing. I know, caution, you can relate to this personally, mate. Charges are not easy to land on ping. But that being said,
about my charges.
we don't talk about those. But good tank.
Yeah, that's
Two good
really a
tanks,
key
actually.
thing. Like, they've just been landing these 2-3 caps almost every hit. And that's all you really need. Like, you just need that consistent damage rolling out. They've been dishing it, so... Oh, Bim goes in early here. Gets a nice...
Get the double boom. Now that's going to allow the infected team to possibly get a third kappa for the ladder, and that could be quite dangerous if they get a charge.
thing. I mean, I'm probably wrong, but I'm pretty sure they get a jockey.
Smoker's Priest, when the Hunter's actually dropped and or maybe causing a bit of a distraction. Jockey it is in the hands of Jaden. Team's ghosting up. They've got 3 players. I think the strategy here is to get 3 players on top, 1 on the pole, on the pipe rather, and 2 rush up or 1 rushes up. Clearing a bit of the trickling common.
Rochelle just on the ladder. Looks like she's going up.
Nice and slow. Playing out. K3 is out. Out. The jockey landing. The Hunter landing.
He's stuck in there.
Oh, he's stuck. Unfortunate for Rails there. The spit did spread onto the steps of that door there. Bit of damage rolling out, I suppose, is what's expected if you get a 3 cap spitter for that ladder hit, especially if you're playing on high ping. Not too devastating. By Team
They're
Dev4st.
powering through here. They're not going to get a... Oh, Boomer's dropped down below. And... Okay.
Shut down!
Hunter's first point in the
Good
back.
night, mate. This
Looks like
team
they're
is all
all-
about pre-spawning. Oh, if Rochelle can get this clear, not too bad. The jockey landing, the charger rolling in for some punches, gets 1 punch. That's actually a good take from Team 5. And
Very out of sync infected from Dev4st. They were just going in, like, the Hunter went in, died, jockey went in, died, then the charger went in, died. Like, you have
Not
to
too
have better
sure.
sync than that. Can't
I
just be
think
throwing
they-
spawns in 1 by 1.
Yeah, I think they relied on their boomer to land, and they were trying to get as many hits as they can. But that being said, that was a pretty poor demonstration of SI coordination. Taking this choke.
Yeah, 2-2 here as well, so not the best hit. There is an invis wall here, so you could be careful.
Big pounce by
Off this boomer stumble. Ooh. That could have been bad if someone shot that boomer just there. K3 would have got stumbled into the spit. A little bit of damage, not too bad. I think they have better health than Dev4st had at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really interested to see how 5NB take this tank. I'd imagine the tank will go back in the hands of Chris. We'll go back to get that alarmed car. Actually was gonna say push forward, but I think that was just to clear the commons. They did need to push forward. They're actually going all the way back.
It
at
looks
the
like they
moment,
might be
past
going to the
log.
church. Some
Just
non
having a
Blake's
little
just
gaze
backpedal
there.
and they don't want to deal with that hittable. They don't want to, you know.
Oh, I think they
Oh,
were trying
this-
to bait out the tank to let go of the car, but he's actually stuck with it, bringing it in. Car hit right into play.
Ooh,
Right into
pretty rough spot. They could
Survivor
push this
team.
tank now. They're
Yeah,
doing it.
definitely. Definitely. Survivor team should be pushing in front of that car, not letting the car be in play. K3 just gets cleared. That Charger done flops. Spawning behind. This is tricky now. This is tricky now. Survivor, they're looking in a good position at the moment. After this Charger gets cleared, the SI is down. Good skid on the rock. The tank backing off. Smoker very out of play. They are getting good amount of damage, dropping down to 4.3k HP.
This hittable is in a horrible spot at the moment for
horrible
the tank.
spot.
Like you can't use this at this point. Like this just got
Should get a boomer
73%
here
tank
for this
going
hit
in.
as well.
Like,
Yeah.
need a magic tri-cap here to save this, but they end up with a boomer.
Boomer
so-
trying to get a boom from the tree at the front. This is going to be a hard boom to land, but hopefully with the way that they've positioned their smoker.
Keep an eye on the tank's thrust as well. Second pass, 15%. Sending it in, trying to wrap around for the car, I think.
Desperate to get that car into play, but the Survivor did a good job. Tank drop below 35%. The Boomer is pre-spawned and is dead. Car
And the hittable's
landing, can
coming
he
in.
get cleared? Well cleared. If the jockey manages to pinch off Rochelle, I wouldn't be too concerned at the moment. The tank has got
actually AI.
25% health. Is it AI? Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. But that tank gets a punch onto Coach, and Rochelle may
I
should
think
be
this will be
cleared.
a down.
Should be. Oh, test down. I'm not too happy. Well, from tank, I'm not too happy. Obviously, making your tank go AI and allowing the survivors to push right past your hittable. But this is well played by a team. And oh, geez, I was gonna
Five
say
non-Blakes.
NPC. 5 non-Blakes, yeah.
Yeah, if you're the away team, you're pretty happy with this. They're looking.
You honestly
Pretty
can't
good
be
spot to,
AI in your
like-
tanks. Like if you're a home
Yeah.
team,
The
you've got
tank
the
was
upper hand.
low. It only had like 1,000 or like 1,500 health or something like that. Probably wasn't too much that
Yeah.
was realistically going to be done.
Did that spit miss? Where did that spit go? Am I just not seeing it?
I cannot see it either, so I can't tell you.
Well, nevertheless, another choke taken, allowing Team NPC bundling the
Oh,
Boomer,
nice.
shutting it down. That's unfortunate. Got a bit of a prop. Should be able to take this choke and all the way to the lasers before the next hit is positioned.
K3
So
is just going to be a boomer mobile, just running ahead, getting his team to clear him.
bonus looking like 582 points at the moment, so that's very, very handy for Rail.
They're looking in a good
and
position to take the lead on this map.
What do they have here? They have a 3-cap with a Spitter, Hunter, Smoker, and Jock. They've been doing a pretty good job at clearing and trading fire so far, so hopefully as this hit rolls out, the Smoker landing and cleared very nicely. The Hunter does get a hunt, but in a
And the spit
position
miss.
of difficulty for the Spitter. I don't think the Spitter was in position to even land that spit.
Now they're going to be able to push this all the way to the second part of the hallway and then hold out the common. There's not too
Definitely.
much common on this event, so I'd expect them to just hold out because this last hit at the end can be pretty rough.
Well, I think that Spitter died towards the end, did it not? So you may not have a Spitter in this hit. They've got a 3-cap with the Boomer, so it's not a fat hit. I mean, I suppose the Boomer lands and causes a bit of more common to roll in, but I do think that 5NB
Seems like they're going to hit.
should be able to take this
Hunter's
hit pretty easy.
pre-spawned. Oh, there's a smoker.
Hunter rolls in. Oh, shut down from the spawns. Tank does Charger
One
rather,
slam.
doesn't manage to get 1 pound. Little
This is going to
unfortunate.
be survivors making it up the ladder, which
How much health does Dole has 37 HP, so he will be a little slow at the back. But if they push hard enough, they should have the top choke, making sure they don't give away the middle room spawns, the ladder room spawns. Spitter looks a little AFK at the moment. We're not sure what's going on there. Hunter has spawned again in the room to the right, the dark room. I'd imagine a wall kick coming through onto K3, who is leading with a Uzi. Not too sure if that's the play there. He is.
smoker's
Got
missed.
half the chip onto that Hunter. Shut down Hunter. Smoker cleared. Well done by team and 5NB. Strong side. 372 bonus. And I imagine this is a save from here if they can just go.
Yeah, I think mainly this game is just, you know, 5 non-Blakes seem to have better coordination, better strats. Other teams just, you know, Dev4st just a bit more of a
Charger landing and the jockey
mixed style.
might be able to land on Rochelle there, closing the door. Bunted and killed.
Coming for a
Eventually.
slap.
So getting a slap in there. Drops their bonus by about 50 points, however, making it into the safe room. And getting the lead. Team 5NB.
On the away serve.
Good work. Now, obviously, the seeding going into this match, I think, was... What are they? Let me have a look.
11 and 30 or something around there.
Yeah, yeah. Seed 11 versus seed 30.
Yeah, so this is somewhat expected from these first rounds, like. But still, I think it just mainly comes down to like 5NBs just playing better as a team. Like,
Definitely. I'd agree.
Dev4st seems a bit very, like, not even a bit, very uncoordinated with the SI. Like, seem like they have good survive players, like they can shut down some hits, but when this when the good SI coordination comes out from the 5 non-Blakes, like, they're just, you know, they can't do the damage in time to kill anything besides hunters, really.
Look at that tank percentage, Caution. Look at that tank percentage.
Oh, this is
48% tank. Now, if you guys read the rules that or the map update that I posted on the Steam group, 48% tank. Now, if a survivor doesn't press the piano and pushes forward in the map, you can spawn this tank. However, if you press the piano and push, maybe just say a jockey or a smoker, it pulls you or takes you forward, there will be a possibility of 2 tanks spawning on this percentage. This was clearly reflected in the announcement as a smoker charger do little damage, jockey getting bunted and spitter just rolling a bit of damage out. Jockey getting a few scratches extra, but
Even on
I'm
Legend,
interested.
that's an awkward hit.
That is an awkward hit. I'm hoping Rails, the team captain, is aware of the tank percentage and may spawn the tank first instead of pressing the piano. I'm actually quite interested to see what will happen here. Oh, there you go. Tank actually spawned early.
It actually spawned a bit earlier than 48% when we tested it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was much earlier than what we tested.
Oh,
I'm
nice
pretty
M2
sure
on the boomer.
Yeah, spawned that the hunter tries to go for a wall kick but fails to do so.
Reloading. Reloading.
Tank in the hands of the South American skeet god Pepe. Pepe.
And
where is this tank? Oh, there he is. Just rolling in slowly. This tank actually may go bloody low second pass. Yeah, he's already
he doesn't know
he
where
doesn't
to
know
go.
where he's
Oh,
going.
no.
Oh no, this is AI. This is AI. He had to climb the thing, didn't he?
Yes, he can go left. There's a breakable wall to the left of that door.
Yeah,
I was trying to
they're
punch.
showing him. This is AI tank. Definitely AI tank.
Pepe.
Pepe. Oh no. Oh well, just luck on the. Oh, there he goes. I'm pretty sure the
AI
survivors
tank.
should know. AI tank in the hands of the AI tank rolling in. The survivors are getting a lot of damage, but he picks up a rock point blank, rolling his health into 46%. The tank is essentially about to die. The survivor. What are the infected doing? Why aren't the infected going in? Caution. The tank's practically on 10% health. It does land though. The Charger Hunter do land. The Smoker not being able to grab anyone. Charger gets about 6 pounds into Rochelle. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe they were waiting for
Unfortunate
the
that
quad.
the Hunter accidentally stole the jockey. That was a really close tri-cap, and then the Smoker came from the safe room. That could have.
That is quite unfortunate. That tank literally had 13% health left before that quad was sent in. It's okay. It's okay. Just say the tank hadn't gone AI. You'd still expect at least 1 in-cap there on high ping, and I'd be happy with it. So they could have capitalized with the situation they had, considering they had absolutely destroyed the tank before that quad even went in. I suppose if you've got a quad and a tank, it's quite easy for a home team to do an excessive amount of damage. The tank is now in the hands of the team captain, Jaden. Much closer this time, so I don't think there'll be an AI tank for this round. Survivor is getting a little aggressive here with the Hunter spawn at the front. Oh,
Ooh.
good curve rock and skated by Rail. Now there could be. What do they have? Oh, spec.
There's Hunter just bodyguarding the tank.
Bodyguard in the tank. What do they have? They have a 3-cap with a Charger Hunter and Jockey. Tank rolling in, maybe just trying to bleed out Dull here for a bit. But tank is weaving in and out just to roll in a little. The tank takes a bit of chip, nearly losing a K health there. As the tank
Tank's
rolls
dropping
in.
quick,
He's
50%,
dropping
40.
big time. Good kiting by the survivors at the moment. Jesus, I don't think Infected rolling in late again. They're clear on the Hunter landing. The Charger missing the Jockey landing will be cleared. Another ring cap on rock landing. Maybe
drop at
could have
the
been
end.
could have been avoided there. That rock there, but tank with a bit of health left. Finish him off. 220. If I was survivors, I may even push forward at this point, but.
Thanks.
Oh, Rochelle just rolling in there. Oh, dear,
Oh.
misplay by Dole. Taking another free in cap. I'm not too sure if that was a big brain fade because it looked like his team did want to push forward or get into a better position, but he just rolled in there and given them a free in cap. So
That's M2 on the boomer by Coach, which is
I'm
Lexi
not too
21.
sure. There was
I need to find some help.
it was looking good. Another ring cap. I'd take that as an away team, but third in cap by Dole was a big misplay. I suppose that was very unnecessary.
Probably just a bit of miscommunication at the end, like to what they were going to do if they wanted to kill the tank or just run forward. So I got a pretty good hit here for this choke. Charger, Spitter, Smoker, Hunter. Well, they're sending it in the open. Charger does land though. There's a spit out. Right, it's there.
Late, but we'll get damage onto Nick, who's the health bonus at the moment. I think if they manage to make safe room with even a bit of bonus, I'd be happy with the Survivor team because, like I said, they're playing an away match. They actually survived both their tanks, so all this is just bonus for them right now. Handy distance. Never know, we might even see a one map match here. Not one map, one server match here. Spitter did die last in that previous hit, so they'll get a boomer for this hit. The Hunter landing and another Charger landing. Triple boom and a Jockey, so this is a good amount of damage rolling onto Coach trying to bunt the Jockey twice. Ineffective or unsuccessful, but that's a good hit from Team Dev4st. Some coordination.
A bit of bonus there.
Yeah. Oh, they still got a 150-ish bonus, and they're fairly close to the safe room, so I'd imagine one more hit till they're safe. They do have K3, who's moving a little slower in the team, but Rochelle,
I'm about to die.
Dole, and who's with Dole? Rails trying to block the spawns at the front. The
Oh,
Spitter
that was an early
free
spray.
spawns and gets a bit of a.
They did have the charge spit for that as well, and the Spitter
Yeah.
just sacked with that smoker.
I think they're getting a little desperate now for a bit of damage here. They didn't really sync up that hit like they had for the previous two hits. But that being said, they still have a charge and a Hunter. They should have another boom and a Jockey for this hit. As
Yes,
they make their way towards the final corridor. Boomer spawns.
Popped on himself.
Also
Hunter's in.
Charger getting a bit. Ooh, looks like a multi-charge. I suppose that hit
Good
would take
players.
pretty well. Yeah. You can also spawn the the infected behind that safe room door.
In case
But
anyone's
oh,
wondering,
okay.
It's cheating.
Right here hurts
I'm
like
about
beers.
to die.
Oh well. We got a bit of bonus, did they not? 72 bonus. I mean, any bonus is a
And just
win-win.
map distance, a bit of bonus. That's all you really care about playing on your way, just like making the maps.
Yeah. Differential of about nearly 1,000 points, and this map is only worth 700 points distance, so Team Dev4st will need some.
They're going to need a
bonus
good
to back
comeback
up.
round here. They're going to need to kind of destroy both of these tanks, and then you know,
Suppose
make
the-
it with a fair bit of bonus.
The Adam giving a shout out to Pepe with that Skeet God. Unfortunately, no Hunter here for him to shut down though.
I hear a
Jockey leading the attack with the Charger just missing the curve. Smoker does land on Rochelle, but shut down pretty well. That's probably the best shutdowns I've seen from Team Dev4st on this home server so far. Pretty easy shut down too though, with their rails and all that kind of stuff coming the way. Let's see where this tank spawns. Oh,
Ooh. Oh, nice.
ooh,
There we
see
go,
that was
Rochelle had it.
that was tricky there because that tank spawned much earlier for Team 5NB as they came out the little corridor, but luckily Rochelle was aware. Team Captain Jaden who ran towards
Boom
the
is set up
brick
at the
wall.
back here. You could get a multi-boom.
And
Nice
oh no, pop. Looking promising there from Doll. I think he waited a little too long to try booming. He probably should have just started booming and maybe someone walks into it. Well, that was a good shutdown. Nevertheless, tank is in the hands of who is it in the hands of?
Rails.
Rails. Our most loved caster stepping into the shoes of captaincy and tank. Clearly he knew where
He's
to go.
rolling in.
Early
Very
smoke
close.
fails. They may even go for an early hunt here. Big arms by Rails. Come on, he's gone up for Coach who's been pulled towards the front there. Big punch. Nice punch. That should be an
Big arms
early
right there.
cap. Yeah, big cap on Coach there. He might be walking into double punches. Double punch landing on Rochelle. And Nick Rails with the big arms. This is good damage. He still has a good juicy amount of health. He just has to make sure he doesn't get baited for another. Ooh, ambitious punch. Ambitious punch there. Maybe he could have safeguarded and played goalkeeper or hid in the room for a bit. That is a devastating tank. A lot of health gone there.
Yeah,
In
very
cap on
good spread
Coach.
on damage. That double punch
Yeah.
really
Ooh,
helped his
Jockey
tank
had
out.
punted at the front. Yeah, that's good. That's big double punch.
They have the boomer here again on the for the run back. Or spit block. They're just running through it. Oh, proxy as well.
We've already got Rochelle slow before. Oh, look at that amount of commons that spawn in the ceiling cavity.
Reloading here.
Rochelle already slow. Pepe already bleeding. Nick about, what is he on? Nick's on 48 HP.
Reloading.
Tank in the hands of Dole. And the first pause.
We have a pause.
And the first unpause of this match.
Quick pause.
Maybe quick math. I think it was an accident bind, like I tend to do all the
Fell
time.
straight in.
Mocha going for another early pull, which is again ineffective. A rock?
Ooh.
Was this a misplay? Not too sure if he wanted to pick up a rock there, but he's lost most of his health here. But he might be able to catch off Nick. Misses with a big
Ooh,
arm.
3-cap.
Good 3-cap by Infected. Jesus. There's a good rock onto Nick as well. Coach might just walk into a punch. He misses.
Oh, it's a whiff.
Misses the punch. Gets a nice punch on Coach. Another punch on Coach. Pepe nearly going to be black and white, but Rochelle in cap does actually pretty good. Again, there's another good demonstration of good SI coordination by Team 5 and who have time and time again and again showed good level of coordination and
Yeah, I can't remember who it
They're
was
kind of
that
hurt.
got the cap next to the tank. Maybe it was the hunter, but if he would have went towards the other
Jockey
survivors,
Tonic.
that might have been the
Yeah.
3-cap good tank.
big separation here by who is this? Ellis. Chris again finds himself in position of trouble, but manages to get himself out. The hunter will be going for scratches in the corridor, I believe. Cheeky scratches. He lets the first person gets 2 scratches on the
slap.
coach. Slap on Pepe. Now that is not enough bonus, I don't think, Caution, to take the lead. So I think Team 5NB will remain in the lead after this round as they get a Smoker, Boomer, and
Reloading.
We
What do
still
you
got a bit
reckon?
of the map to go. There's some
Jockey?
big chokes coming up here.
Oh, this is not happening.
spit out
or
2-2.
spit
This is a
charge.
dangerous fit.
This is not happening.
Charges going up ahead. Oh no, he's coming back behind. Coming in from behind.
Oh,
Just misses.
oh, with respect to Charger trying to position themselves from behind. Jaden does go down, so he's moving on to being black and white. That will hurt their damage bonus, which is 0 at the moment, unless they had no damage bonus. Okay, never mind, they had no damage bonus. I've got about 200 health bonus just as they move through the corridor. They may be able to get a cheeky hit here as they got a quad cap, Hunter, Smoker, Jockey, and Charger. Jockey lands, Charger lands, Hunter, get that, get that!
He's dead.
Jaden's dead. Getting some punches and gets an in cap onto Pity here, and a Jockey coming in for the tease.
That was actually almost a There was one guy
Almost a
actually
quad.
outside the room at the front, but I think the smoker accidentally pulled the jockeyed guy already. So,
Dead. Team captain falling
very
in that
scary
pit.
for survivors.
And
Currently
they've
have
actually
less
lost.
bonus.
Yep, less bonus. Building a bigger lead here, Team 5NB.
Pepe is black and white. Oh, he's in the spit. Watch out for the spit. Pepe.
If you look at the match stats here, caution. 49% SI damage by Chris.
Oh, Chris turning up. Oh, Pepe.
Shoulders. Shoulders. Pepe, who is he chasing? The smoker.
Oh, Pepe.
And
He's
the
getting-
charge landing on Ellis and a spit landing on Chris.
His block, body block.
And a double link cap there, so bit of damage rolling out, and I think that would be
Pepe's
the
3
remainder of the
HP.
health.
He
Gone.
might get slapped here.
Oh, slap him.
2 HP. Be careful.
I think they, oh, Hunter finishing it off here. Oh, just gets an ink, the pickup on time. Still got
Can
some
actually
post
spawn
on 1
behind
HP.
Pepe. He needs to be careful.
Oh,
Oh,
jockey,
Pepe's down.
jockey, nice pull, good. Oh, wow, the tongue broke. What did the tongue break on? Alright, well that's unfortunate for Rails, where the tongue breaks on a bit of air. Charger rolling in from behind, charging him in cap on Chris, who finishes off with still nearly 50% of the SI.
That's
So
shooting a lot of
Another-
spawns.
lead retained and maintained by Team 5NB, going into the finale with a 400
Maintained, maintained, and gained.
sustained, gained. Pulling out my thesaurus. But 400 lead going into the away server is a substantial amount. I suppose this last map can be absolute cancer because of the relentless amount of common rolling in.
Actually a bit worried for even the home team on this map because, as we all know, they like to play this 3 shotguns. So, as we've experienced, I think shotguns on this can be a bit not fun,
Yeah,
you know?
It's a bit daunting because you've got non-stop commons coming in. So I suppose what we've done in Team Equilibrium, I suppose, if you is roll 3 Uzis, and it just really helps with clearing all the common, especially on high ping and low ping for that matter. Leaving that one shoddy lead to shut down the SI, hopefully. So falling into this hit with a spit charge. Hunter
Yeah, pretty
gets
nice
the wall
first hit.
kick.
Oh,
This charger should be able to get an easy or not so
Stumble.
easy charge. Not sure what Jaden did there. He could have even gone for the cheeky old stumble in the spit there, caution.
yeah, he did stumble him, but he went up the staircase and fought.
Alright, I probably wasn't looking at getting bugged out there a little then. I didn't see that charger used. Good first take, however. Spit charging that staircase can be dangerous, and
You here? Probably
I'll
looking
drop
to
a bit
sack.
of health.
Nice proxy.
Oh, not again!
The
The rest
second
of us
boom.
holding.
Now, if you're on the SI team, caution, what would be your strategy? What SI would you want round and round again as they're running through the horde?
Definitely Boomer.
Definitely
'Cause
Boomer.
These common are always coming in. If you can get like a 2 to 3 man boom each hit with the tri-cap, you're going to be doing damage.
Yeah.
And even just making the enemy team pull a hit down.
So it's a bit of a case where teams sometimes think that spitters and charges are just non-stop in this if you can get a good cycle going, but boomers are boomers are really underrated on this map. Sorry, I had a hiccup and tried talking at the same time. Brought out the 12-year-old Rajesh.
Probably done well to push this far in without taking too much damage, besides a dull. Just a 1 boom coming out, proxy.
Moving into a position of
Weapons over here!
advantage, trying to block spawns up there. They're gonna get a ladder
That's
here,
spawned
but
up.
the jockey, he's hopped back off. The hunter getting, what the hell? Did the hunter just get bunt? The jockey landing charger shut down. I swear on my screen it looked like that hunter just got bunted or something. I think he missed
A good
survival
take
land.
there by 5 non-Blakes though.
They're doing good. They're doing
Carrying
good
through.
map progress. Carrying right. So Smoker might go for a good uncoordinated hit, as you can see. Maybe trying
DDA smoke if I've ever seen one.
to the DDA. I'll send my spawn in alone and think I'm gonna land something, but doesn't land something. Good boom landing at the front on Ellis.
That's what you want to
Not too
see.
sure, is that-
Booms out.
Hunter's just sitting AFK for some reason. Pepe,
Just waiting for a mate.
just waiting for a mate. Fish showing a little love in in Twitch by asking me to get kicked. Always appreciate your support, Fish.
So yeah, second pause of the game. First one. Oh, this one hasn't even lasted too long.
Yeah. My boy Expert showing his presence in the Twitch. Shout out to Expert.
The Hunter's gone in. Wall kick
landing.
on the box though.
On the box, ineffective.
Oh, he's safe. Oh yeah, I hate to see it.
You hate to see it. The survivors will have the now. As they keep pushing, they should be able to take the ladder just before the drop. Charger does. Is he gonna go for a solo charge? No, he's not. Navigating their way through the map quite smoothly. I wouldn't be too concerned with the health that they have at the moment. Team 5NB. Hunter has free spawn. I'm not too sure what he's gonna do by free spawning there.
Because we know it's
Boomer
too
lands a
nice
nice
tube in.
double. Let the common roll in and send in the SI, I'd imagine.
Charger can't get up the ladder. He's on the struggle
Headbutting
bus.
himself.
Not sure if Dev4st are aware of the death charge up here.
I don't think so. It doesn't seem like the Chargers positioning themselves there. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe they're going for a. Are they? What are they doing here? They should have maybe sent in
did
their.
have a quad, but the Hunter got skeeted.
Right, the
Oh, I
Charger
thought he was
kinda
going
got-
for it.
Yeah, he tried. Jockey gets bunted, Charger misses and whiffs and all of the above, and they'll be able to spawn the tank off of that hit. Spitter might be able to split block the front to temporarily delay the team from pushing forward and spawning that tank, but nevertheless, two of them have pushed out. Zero F's given. Tank in the hands of Pepe, who popped off in the first couple of rounds. So survivors are doing a good job of getting aggressive here. I like this aggressive play, not letting the tank get to that log as easy. They have a smoker that's already spawned, not spawned, but in ghost mode. The Boomer's trying to find a
Pepe's in.
cheeky spawn by the Boomer, not being able to land there, completely out of play. That log narrowly misses K3. They're all kiting the same way. Rochelle's on the log. The tank, I don't know if he brain faded, didn't realize that Rochelle was standing on the log, but oh dear, that log manages to get an in-cap on K3.
I don't think the tank
trying
knows that this doesn't in-cap. There's no way. He keeps going for it.
There. He's still got a bit of health left. The Charger gets a charge onto K3. A rock knee misses on Rochelle. The log rolling back in. Good. Oh, what is Rochelle doing? Goal? Okay. I'll just trying to have a
Decent
little
spread
fun.
of damage by Pepe, but you know, survivors still being alive. Not really what you want to see if you're Dev4st at the moment.
I just wanted to hop on the log for a bit of fun, maybe. I'm not too sure what the strategy there was. Survivors are just clearing out the common. What are they playing with? They're playing with
Jockey's
two
just dead.
shotguns, two Uzis. Jockey picks himself out a little
They've
silly
only got
there.
a smoker here with a 2-2. They could just maybe make it to the boat if they're quick here.
Looking for some ammo post tank fight as expected, but they should be able to navigate their way through to the big open area to take this hit. The Boomer trying to set up from behind manages to land a double boom onto Ellis and Rochelle. Smoker has positioned himself quite far back, so I'm not too sure if he's going to be effective from that distance, but
Quick
Hunter, Spitter, ooh, a bit of spit onto rails. It was common, a little assistance would have been required from the guys that were unboomed. I suppose I was going to say that Spitter spat on the smoker for no reason because, you know, the Hunter was still going in, but I suppose they still got an in-cap off of that. Lost about maybe 200 bonus so far, post tank. The tank does spawn not too far away, but I suppose
Unfortunately, won't make it in unless they get a huge delay here.
Oh, good punt. Why did you go for the... Get it, get it, get it. Oh, he's made it. Well done for Team 5NB. rolling on to if you can note these scores down after this, after the infected survivor round of Team Dev4st caution, we'll just roll into the next.
I mean,
We'll just wait. Just wait. For
I'm
the,
not sure if there's going to be a second game.
Never know.
Well,
maybe,
obviously, like they might play it out out of respect, but at the moment, it's going to be pretty rough, even just like making this comeback. Definitely.
easy la.
Oh, that's a bind. Whoops.
You didn't say though. Oh no, you said it. I was about to say, what are you doing? I saw Adam did. Like, is Adam already shit talking?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not sure what Dev4st will do, but they really need to make this with a big bonus.
I just checked my Steam. Got so many messages for Rajesh to show up this game.
I think Rajesh is on holiday at the moment, but
Traveling Delhi, I'm afraid. He will be
Yeah.
showing up in the tournament. Rest assured. Rest assured, he'll show up. Do not worry. Just waiting for Pepe to ready up as we go live into the final map and final round for the home match for Team South. Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
Dev4st.
Team Dev4st.
Yep.
Not gonna do it. Hurting feelings by doing that. I recognize. Rochelle blocking the safe room spawn. Chris making sure nothing takes them on behind. The Hunter landing and Charger landing and
two
Jockey
out of the
landing.
front.
Jesus
in the
Christ.
spit. Oh no.
Ah, yikes.
Oh no.
No. Oh, and they're just running through the spit happily, accepting that they've goofed that first hit.
Reloading.
A lot of damage already rolling out, unfortunately, for Team Dev4st. Not sure why Coach hasn't dropped yet. Eventually doing so.
Well, 3-cap boom here. Probably looking to send it in. Hunter's pre-spawned. Everything's Hunter's going in. Hunter skeeted, smoke and missed, and Jockey got shot down. That's
Decent
2-bin
shot
to
down,
finish
It's a
off
good
there.
back order. Yeah. Should get a spit charge today, not. Now, keeping a track of time caution, it's 11:35. For those viewers,
Reloading.
there is a match
That hit the spine.
in about half an hour, which is lucky
Yeah,
goal
rough.
officially unofficial. So that's Rams team versus, is that soft? Smithy?
Yeah, that's soft. Your
In
boy
half an
Trump.
hour. We're actually casting that match too, so if there is a home match for the Americans here, we might have to look for supplementary casters here. Good damage rolling out by the infected team again. Taking chunks and chunks of health away. Jaden is about it. Team captain Jaden's going to be about 38 HP, so he's going to be straggling behind. Not opting to pop his tools at the moment, so
Reloading.
providing the infected team more of an opportunity to get some hits in.
Smegar's,
Rolling in these.
Smegar's gone in. That's good separation. Full Hunter's there to cover
Hunter
it.
gets
Oh, that's
skeeted by nice, but damage has been done on Jaden. The Boomer going for a few scratches at the back and dies in the process.
Reloading.
Jockey getting a cheeky jockey. K3 landing on Coach, but I'm not too sure
Reloading here.
if that was needed or not. Charger rolling in from behind, get the charge onto Coach, making him so the spitter should be able to get some damage. He goes for a rebound spit.
I was about to tell them to get off the rock, and the Charger charged him off the
Yeah,
rock. So
charge, like, get the f here.
Reloading here.
So, a poor finale from Team Dev4st here.
Pepe needs pills. Jaden needs pills. They just found pills, so that kind of helps. But
Boomer landing a nice double boom. Good boom by Rails and have a spit
Oh, the
jockey
spit.
and Smoker in the corner. Go
Oh,
next.
no.
Go next. Oh my god.
Jaden down, first down. So, yeah. In a nutshell, I think 5 non-Blake's just much better coordinated SI team.
What you'd expect out of a team nearly in the top 10, just out of the top 10 in terms of seeding.
Yeah,
So
for
they've
sure. I think
went up.
Dev4st has some good survivor play. They've had a few like pretty decent infected hits, but just overall coordinate isn't quite there yet, I would
It
say.
can be quite demoralizing being outplayed on the home server. So the Charger jockey do land, the Hunter being stuck in something for some reason, maybe making a bit of noise, and get a stumble onto Ellis and Nick, and the Boomer comes in for some
Pepe,
complimentary
save
slap.
Pepe.
Save him!
Pepe's
Oh,
down.
in-cap. Can't be allowing this to happen, but
Bad
that being
hit
said,
from 5 non-Blakes there.
I want to be supportive. I really do want to be supportive of Team Vast, but they're just not giving me enough reason to back them at the moment, as they are on 293 bonus caution. That's not even going to make them win, even with the tank.
Yeah,
So Team 5NB have
I think it was
already
rough
won
from the
that way
start.
match. Yeah.
Some of these, like, even on low ping, some of these chokes can be pretty
Beat by
rough.
Pepe
Nice double
again.
charge.
Nice beat by Pepe and a nice fat double charge. The Smoker just chasing him for a bit, but we'll go for a respawn, I'd imagine. Who's the tank in the hand?
This is some outrageous shit.
Tank in the hand.
Alexa
Oh,
21.
let's see. He's gonna be pushed by the Survivor team, man. He's rolling straight in. No mucking around here from Alexi, going for that. He's positioned that lock
That's a
pretty
death
well.
punch.
Oh, punch him up, and
Pepe, no!
No, left, right, good night, no. Okay, well, unfortunately, there was no death there. There should be an in-cap on Ellis and Pepe fairly early into the tank fight.
Oh, he's hit him with the log.
Well, not
Oh,
early.
that's a smoke. This is it. He's slow.
And a punch. See
Oh,
you
he punches
later.
him off. Home run.
Home run. Dominance, I'd say, nearly. Winning by 800 points.
I need some help.
Yeah, real.
We get a GG from team...
Hey, over here!
Teams... Oh, they have GG'd, so I will just
Well,
confirm.
I think they might have just GD'd it.
I'll
I'm
just
just.
confirm.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah, it's not really looking too good for Dev4st, you know, losing on their home server, so they might just opt to only play that game since they lost. Try and figure things out.
I'm just getting Jaden replying to me real soon. Oh, okay. For some reason. Alright, well, they want to play the away match. So, away match it is. It looks like Team 5NB will get a home server match.
I mean, I don't really want to do this, but should we not bother streaming their second game and stream Ramirez's game unless someone else is able to do it? As this game is.
We've already got a
If
stream.
you guys, if when Sir or whoever goes live, we can just do that. Let's just play out this game until they go live, and then I'll just host them, kind of thing. I think that's a good idea.
That way, we've also got casters for Sir.
That way, there's not exactly like downtime.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm sure the stream heard it, but we got a few minutes till Ram and Co. fight each
Apparently,
other.
it's 20 minutes. That's what someone said.
Sorry, 20 minutes. Yep. 20 minutes till Lucky Glock versus officially unofficial, and what we'll do is, I suppose, we'll stream as much as we can, and then when time's about right, we'll switch over to Sir's stream, and maybe Adam, you can host it. So
yeah, for sure.
Let me just.
Are you in the server right now?
I'm waiting for Rails. I'm not too sure if he's aware. Let me just see if he's in server. Let me just. I'll pop over to their Discord just to let them know. So at the moment, it looks like we're looking for a Chicago server for 5NB to hop onto. It looks like they're occupied at the moment from what I've been told. I'll just quickly check. Chicago 2 has someone in it. Haunted Forest is loaded up, but that's Timothy, so we can't really take that. That's from the next match. Chicago 3 has a pug going on. I might be able to talk to Timothy.
Who's playing in the pug? Because I think if it's on a Surplease server, I think scrims and or matches should take priority over a
Pug
pug
is the MP
being played.
guys. You got Amethyst, Beast, purely Asian. Shout out to Zen who's playing that pug also, and Beast and stuff. They're all in there playing the pug. So I don't know if the admins are around. Soft should be around, right? We can try.
Negative.
Soft's not around. Okay, well we need to find a server because the South American team Dev4st has requested that they play an away match, so we will be doing so.
I'm reloading.
Can you, in the background, caution, see if Sir's around to make sure he's ready for his stream? He's online, so maybe you can touch base with him. I'm sure Ram's team is around and ready. Timothy's already holding Chicago too, so his team might be ready. Maybe we can try to find another server for these guys to play on. LA2 is open if they want to play in LA.
Yeah, I mean, really up to Rail's team. I don't think it's really gonna, like, depending on what server they go to, I don't think it's gonna change too much. LA would be pretty good for the SA team as well, I think. Let's be right back a sec before we get in game.
Are you loading into a map there, Adam? Server there?
We're in a server, but I don't know if it's the real server because Feather's here.
Ah, okay.
It's
Well,
like,
yeah. The thing is, I think
I feel
Feather's
like
trying
that.
to
Well,
hold that.
there's probably another pug going on in Chicago though that we can just like kind of cut short. I think they wouldn't mind just GGing and going to another server like for a match.
I'm talking to Sir at the moment, saying that Chicago 3 is taken by some people trying to pug. I don't
Yeah.
want to kill their pug, but I think tournament match takes precedence over it.
I mean, you could just do it whenever Feather and them are getting in the server. Goodbye, Feather. They just vote kicked Feather.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye, Feather.
That's so classic.
I think we should have just let Feather stay in here though, because his match is gonna go live
Yeah, you're probably
in
right.
about like
Well,
15 minutes. So,
either way, you're gonna need to kick someone from Chicago. But yeah.
yeah, I'm talking to Sir. Let's see what we can do. Either Rails and Co go to an LA server or something, or and then Y even, and we let Timothy come back here. Pity is banned. Is that what I'm reading?
Who?
Did I read something about someone being banned in your
I don't think anyone's banned.
Yeah. So what do we have happening at the moment? Have they got a server?
Chicago 1 has Mars on it. Can you check? Can you clarify that? Caution, if Mars is on Chicago 1. If that's the case, then we'll use that as a tournament match for the match going or kicking off live quite soon. And
I have no
we'll
idea. She's not online for me.
okay, I'll just ask Timothy. She's probably appearing offline, to be honest.
I've got an interesting message.
Timothy's not in this. One moment while we sort this all out. Okay, I'm getting a message from Jaden saying 2 of his players are banned
No,
and they
sir,
cannot
not.
join the server.
Screw this! This is all going to hell. God damn it!
Yeah.
Damn. Tits.
So I'm not too sure what we're doing there if 2 of their players are banned on Sir Please servers. Yeah, I knew I'd read it right. So essentially, obviously, they could play on the previous server because that was a Unifix server, but you've got SA players banned on Sir Please. Surprise, surprise.
I've just got a request. Shout out to our homeboy expert. Very funny dude. Very good artist.
So where do we go from here?
I'm not too sure.
I think they're gonna maybe use DedSec Memorial.
Yeah, sorted out. Caution, thanks.
But we're not really gonna be
I think,
covering this game once the
yeah,
other game starts.
I think
so.
while this is all happening and stuff like that, we may as well transition over to well, not yet, but soon
What's the
enough. Go on
situation
to
on
the
that
second
game?
match.
Exactly.
For the other game, with
Yeah.
I think let me ask Ram and Co if they are ready to hop in the server, and maybe we can kick
Should
off.
have like 10 minutes until the start time. Or until they need to be hopping in server.
Because if they're getting in server in like 5 minutes, I could always just host her.
Yep.
Hello?
Is Sir in here? Do we have Sir
I
in
think
this
I just
channel?
heard him.
Sir!
He's really quiet though.
Hello,
Right
Sir.
here, buddy.
Your volume's a
Being
little
mod.
quiet, mate.
Hello, sir.
I got him on 2 endo. It's about to burst my eardrums.
There you go. Hello, what's up?
Oh, hello.
Welcome, welcome. So I've got an interesting question for you while you're being you're gonna be interviewed.
All right.
Yikes.
I've got 2 banned SA players.
Are they
What's
from
going
Peru?
on? I'm not too sure where they're from, but they cannot join the server. Reason being, they're banned for using. Not too sure why. Not sure what either. Am I surprised? No, I'm not. What happens with this
Well,
game? I don't know.
Did you look up their bands?
Yeah, that would be always be good, actually.
Because I don't know who the players are.
Zero tells me that Brian accused him of some hack. Pity does not know why they are banned. We less. Is what I just read out from their team captain's comment to me.
If they're banned on Sir, please, it's for a legitimate reason, not because someone accused them.
I don't know. This Sir guy's quite. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're gonna have to look up a few of the bans. But while all that's happening, I am requesting the second match to start on Chicago. I think it's 1. To make sure we're not just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, Feather is in that server, from what I can
Is
see.
he? Do you want to launch up your stream, sir? And
I want to launch up my stream. I thought I was getting interviewed.
you'll get interviewed on your stream.
All right.
So yeah, Ram said his team will be up there soon. I think getting a server with Feather now. Yeah, so they're launching up their servers, and looks like the teams are kind of coming online, and we can kick
The
off
whole
the next
the whole
game.
issue I see with this is like the game is already kind of over as well.
Yeah,
At least
I'm
on,
not
at
sure
least
why
on
they're
paper.
playing this.
So all this, it's a bit
Well, dude,
much.
it's like if you lost your home game against a team on like 150 to 200 ping, you'd probably just kind of be like, yeah, GG.
Do you have the profiles for me so I can look up?
I'll get it.
Send it to me.
Okay, so we have got Chicago 1 that's loaded up. It's on Zone X Gauntlet at the moment, but I'm not too sure if that's
It has
correct
to
or
be restarted for sure. Like,
okay.
I mean, I see Ramirez loading into the server. I assume they're asking Mars kindly to leave.
Pretty sure Mars is versing him,
Yes, sir.
Mars and Co. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that game. You know, the team 5 and B are quite. They're not regular players, so the fact that they pulled off a good performance on the away match is a good indication of their potential for this tournament. You know, ranked or seeded
I mean,
11.
they are a lot of old players, though. Like, those guys have been around for years. Just, like, not
Some
too
active, I
active compared to a
suppose.
lot of other teams, I'd say.
Yeah. So it's
I'm not
good to
sure.
see some of the old boys perform, I suppose, on the main stage. So, and no doubt they would have done equally as so in the home match too. Maybe we could have seen some ping performance by team Dev4st, but I suppose for those of you who will stick around to watch, I mean, I don't know if this game will even be streamed in the matter of 4 minutes when we go live for the other match. SA has been known to perform better on ping. Would have been interesting to see. Oh, Ram's now gone offline. Not offline, sorry, online. Still waiting for their team captain to send across the profile so we can have a look at the reasons to why they were banned. I think Jaden's currently working on that. It's taken a while to give it to me though. All right, here we go.
Adam already linked me to profiles.
Okay, cool. Never mind. We'll have the very reason to why they got kicked and banned in the first place, getting server up there on Zone X lobby. Stay with us, everyone, as we wait till a couple minutes till we go live for the next match, which is Team Lucky Locks, who are currently seeded 7 in the tournament. So that's a pretty high seed to be in the top 10 versus officially unofficial, who are seeded 26. Streamed by
Wow.
the community loved Sir.
Loved. I don't know about that.
Loved, respected, looked up to, Sir.
Oh, okay. Well, Pepe is banned because he has a recent VAC ban on his account.
Okay. What
That
about
makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. I'm looking him up.
Pepe, no.
And Pity got caught cheating. Let's see what exactly he did.
We're opening Pandora's box right now on stream.
Getting all your dark secrets out there.
All right, so he was using a third-party program for autofire.
All right, so I'm just gonna let them know that they're gonna remain unbanned on So Please, and they can play Dead Sick Memorial Stadium.
The thing is, they can do that today, which is fine, but someone's gonna eventually deny this and say, no, sir, please, is our home server. Like, you can't just pick our home server. So I don't know what you guys will do about that.
All right, well,
Yeah,
so
it's
if you
something we're
can
gonna have to
join,
take into consideration for like
Yeah.
round 2.
if you can join the server now, so they've got people, the 6 out of 8 in that server. So Caution and I will cast and join that server, Chicago 2, and once the hop starts his stream, we'll get Adam to host it.
So do you want to go live now, or do you want a few seconds, a few minutes
I mean,
You
to
guys
set
want
up?
me to add some delay?
I
Yeah,
put a 30-second delay. I don't think you need that much delay.
Yeah, I put like
15
what I
is
was doing
pretty
in the last stream. Like what I usually do is like low latency, but I went with
Yeah.
normal latency, and I think that's about 10 seconds or so.
That kind of works out, yeah.
You can put a 10-minute delay for all I care.
Okay, 15-minute delay.
15-minute
I
delay,
used to
dude.
watch Daisy.
I hope
Destiny
everyone
used to stream Daisy with
wait
like a
15
3-minute
minutes before
delay.
you can tune into the stream. Oh, man, haven't you streamed delay in so long? Where do you even put it?
Yeah.
Advanced?
It's somewhere in there.
Not sure.
Oh, yeah,
It's
advanced.
easy.
There it is.
It looks like that a majority of the other teams, like players, are all in Chicago too.
All right, Adam, you staying in here? We're doing a 4-man cast.
No, I'm probably pulling out afterwards. I'm not a caster.
Not a caster.
I casted a couple times with Sue. It was alright. But that's because Sue is good at carrying people in casts. So.
Let me just launch the game. What's the status on our friends in Chicago? I see the server's empty now.
Well, yeah, Ram is
They're in a server at the
Chicago
moment.
too.
Oh,
Right
they're
now.
in a different server
Yep.
now. They went
Yeah,
to 2.
Chicago too.
Okay.
They're actually, majority of them are in there.
Okay, let's
1 sec, I'm just having difficulties loading into the damn server.
Yeah, it's because they just loaded the config, I think.
It said something about like version 3 or something.
Okay, well, I'll be starting the stream now.
I'll let you kick off then, caution.
Tell me when it's live.
Hold up. Let me put in the title.
One sec.
What are these
I
team
wanna
names again?
Post announcement.
Is it better
Lucky
to
Glock,
raid or host?
Lucky Glock versus
Officially,
unofficial.
officially unofficial.
yeah, with a dash in between.
I'm gonna mistype it just to be cool.
Okay. Where you at, caution? You joining?
Yeah, I'm rejoining.
Are you live, sir?
I am now live. Yes, indeed. A raid of 98 people. Thank you, Adam.
Amazing. It's the whole Left 4 Dead community there. Treat them well.
Are you live? You live?